first topic I want to talk about really quick before we get into some other things is that I don't like bitch ass niggas. And the reason why I want to start off with that is because
game is about helping us learn the rules of manhood. And a lot of times what happens is we don't fully believe in the rules. We don't fully believe in the information.
You cannot fear rejection.
We got to stand on business out there, meaning that the bitches ain't gonna even fuck with me if they don't think that I'm willing to go the distance behind some shit.
everybody in this room, if you had a bitch ass moment, raise your hand.
When I say I am, I want you to say a motherfucking man. I am a motherfucking man.
Like I said, y'all should have bitches. I'm amazed. It's a struggle for some of y'all.
Once you find something that you're into, it comes before everything else. And then even when you deal with a woman who's into you, she has to compete with that thing, whatever the fuck that is, right?
Stand up if you believe in fear. Stand up right now. Everybody stand the fuck up.
You know, I say bitch a lot and nigga a lot, but, you know, it's with good intention and a lot of love in it and whatnot.
If I'm feeling insecure, is this really me, or did somebody teach me how to feel this way?
I am a motherfucking man.
Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the women you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, The Definition of Game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Topsoil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity. Specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap. Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? All right. What's going on? It's your boy Miles Cunningham, and we are here for the Valentine's Day special. It's a call-in show, man. The lines are already open, so if y'all want to call in, please go ahead. Let me I gotta put the banner on there so y'all could see the joint to call in and everything. But hold on. Let me see. We got this one. Yeah, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, guys. Who we got up in here, man? Let me see. We got Fat John, monogamous player, AJ Leno. We got Mike Dukalux, Chris in the chat. TJWK, what up? We got Vasily. Vasily, what's going on with you, man? BDP Honorat and monogamous player and Dr. Reggie Reg. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna be on here too long. Just wanted to give you guys a chance. If y'all wanted to call up and ask about, Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? I know every year somebody's getting finessed. Every year somebody's getting finessed. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if y'all got questions or if there's anything you want to, you know what I mean? Like, if y'all got questions or if y'all want to, donate $5 or more and get it popping. We could get it popping, man. We could get it popping. So let me see. Hold on. Yeah. Do this one. Right. Donate $5 and call in. All right, guys. So yeah, but the bottom line with Valentine's Day is that me personally, I don't celebrate it. And it's crazy because I happen to be going out Valentine's Day evening, but I ain't going out because of Valentine's Day. This is going out because that's the day I picked for date night. You feel me? Like, and then that's the day that works for the schedule for the week. You understand? But I don't celebrate Valentine's Day because I saw the bullshit early. There's a lot of pressure when it comes to Valentine's Day, right? There's a lot of pressure on the guy to like do certain things, and there's also pressure on the females because, and when I say pressure, what I mean is that the females they have pressure through expectation, right? And if their expectations are not met, there are times when they could lose their mind. And this is just based on my own personal experience. And so I realized that in order to bypass all of that shit, I just don't fuck with Valentine's Day because it's too much. It's too disingenuous. And it doesn't really speak to me personally because I'm a firm believer in doing your own thing, making your own rules and creating your own culture, especially when it comes to relationships, especially when it comes to dealing with, your masculine identity, embracing who you are as a man and how you run your relationships. Right. So me being a leader and setting the rules and, setting the program and all that stuff for me to allow society or the obligatory holiday schedule to determine how I celebrate my relationship and all that type of stuff. It goes against who I am as a man. But that being said, I don't knock anybody for celebrating Valentine's Day. And remember, guys, y'all can put a question in the chat too. If you can't call in right now, you can also put a question in the chat. We got Isaiah up in here and Ifosa Sunday. What's up? All right. Yeah, but I don't knock anybody for celebrating Valentine's Day. I think if that's a part of your culture, the culture that you're trying to create in your relationship as a man, then you can do it. Mr. Dan says, let's look at this bullshit. How can you play the $5 game if you don't as much caller like Lucario? You will lose opportunities to train to answer calls. Why don't you do that when you have more viewers? Mr. Dan, I appreciate the game, Mr. Dan. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for your advice. I'll take notes on that. Noted, Mr. Dan. Facts. All right. Anyway, guys. Yeah. So if anybody noticed, a couple of years ago, I actually did a Valentine's Day show where I talked about the origins of Valentine's Day. Right. I talked about all the things that the origins where they used to take bloody animal skin and beat women for fertility and all this other type of stuff. And there was another situation where there was this dude, St. Valentine's, and he got arrested because there was some type of, law in the kingdom and people would come. I think he was not supposed to marry anyone. St. Valentine's was like a priest and he would marry people. And then what happened was he was in prison and then there was a couple that he married illegally. And when they found out that he married the couple, they put him in jail. And then the couple would come through The couple came through and gave him gifts, and then other people came through and gave him gifts because they believe in the whole, relationship and getting together and all that other stuff. And then that was a part of where the tradition came from to give gifts on Valentine's Day and all that other stuff. So, again, you can choose to celebrate it, but you don't have to. But my thing is this. My thing is to be authentic about anything that you do, especially when it comes to your relationships, right? Especially when it comes to your relationships. You want to be authentic in anything that you do. A lot of us are celebrating Valentine's Day and celebrating certain holidays because you feel pressured, because you feel like, well, if I don't get my girl something, she might leave me and all this other stuff. And it's like, bro, that's not what it's about. That is not what it's about. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Oh, I got to put up the, I ain't put up the damn, my bad, y'all. I ain't put up the Cash App for y'all to donate. But y'all could donate to Lucario too. I don't care. But this is the Cash App for me to donate for the call. I should put that shit on the banner too. Give me 1 second. Let me update the banner. Cash App. Gotta do the Cash App. I don't got no Venmo and all that other shit. So just do the Cash App, man. $ Miles in the game. All right. There we go. Oh, man, I love Mr. Dan with the say, there we go. All right. So yeah, donate 5 at Cash App at Miles in the at $ Miles in the game, and then call in 919-647-9392, 919-647-9392. All right, guys. But yeah, send it to the Cash App, guys. But yeah, I just like to do these. I like to do, Valentine's Day shows because again, I know there's guys that you just met a chick last month, you just met a chick a couple of weeks ago, and you probably in a situation where you feel pressured to like do something for Valentine's Day. And you really gotta know what you're doing out here. A lot of these chicks who try to finesse you. I've had chicks. I remember one Valentine's Day when I was swiping heavy, and all these chicks wanted to. I had 3 different chicks in the same weekend try to finesse me. And I think Valentine's Day was on a Saturday. It was a couple years back. And I think that's why I did the show, because it was so many chicks trying to finesse me at the same time. I was like, what the fuck? I had to, you know what I'm saying? I had to cancel and block all of them. Hold on. I messed up this shit. Yeah, there we go. I had to cancel all of them because that's what happens. The pressure from the holiday itself, it causes chicks to be even more manipulative than usual, because there's a lot of women out there, if they don't get flowers, if they don't get something from some guy, then they end up feeling lonely. They end up feeling more insecure and more, depressed than they already feel. You understand? And so there's pressure from the holiday itself for the woman to behave a certain way, and then there's pressure from the holiday for the man to behave a certain way, and a lot of it is disingenuous. And I've seen the disasters. I've had three different like disastrous Valentine's Day stories. One story, was. It was real simple, but it was basically just a lie. This one chick, she was like, "Hey, we should exchange." I was in school at the time. She was like, "We should exchange Valentines." Or she was like, "Hey, do you want to be my Valentine?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I think it's because she knew I liked her, but I was too pussy to say anything. This was back in my simp days and shit. And she was like, "Yeah, we should exchange Valentines on Valentine's Day." And I was like, "All right, cool, no problem." Right. And me and her was cool too. So the thing is, again, we were cool, and I kind of put myself in the friend zone because, like I said, I was too pussy. But that's how it works when they know, especially when you put yourself in the friend zone, bro. Trust me, when I talk about these things, I want you guys to understand that I talk about these things because I know where you're at. I've done these things, I've made these mistakes, so that's why I let y'all know what it is, and that's why I'm so passionate about this shit because I've been there. You feel me? So she already knew I liked her, but I was too pussy to like say what I really wanted to say. And so she manipulated me. She was like, yo, we should exchange, uh, gifts on Valentine's Day. So I went out and now I bought her one of those teddy bears with the balloon and the candy at the bottom and all this shit. I came in on Valentine's Day and I gave it to her and she was like, oh, thank you. Gave her a hug, kiss on the cheek or whatever. And I was like, so what's up? Where's my gift? And she was like, oh, well, I'm going to get it later. And I said, okay, cool. But right then and there, like I had that, when you get that sinking feeling like, oh shit, I just got played. And later never came. And this was when I was in, it was like freshman year in high school or something. So I was 14 years old at the time. So I'm in my simp days like heavy. So I was like, damn, that's kind of fucked up. And like I said, I was cool. Like I was cool with the person, bro. Like, cause we had classes together, like, and we knew each other from junior high school. So it was like, damn, I had no idea. I had no idea that something like that would even happen. You understand? Because this is a person that like, we're cool. Like I know her mom's type shit, you know what I mean? So it didn't occur to me that something like that could happen, but it could happen, bro. When you're a simp and you too afraid to say what you got to say, it could happen. Okay. So that's, and then, so later never came. And I was just like, damn, it's really like that. And in order to kind of like not make it weird and awkward. Cause like I said, I had classes with this chick almost every class and we sat next to each other cause we knew each other from junior high. And then now we're in high school together. And so to not make it awkward, I never mentioned it again, bro. You see what I'm saying? I never mentioned it again. Because again, I was super stuck in the friend zone. So I was like, well, I'm just to maintain the friendship, I'll be a nice guy and I won't say anything. I won't ruffle any feathers. You get what I'm saying? So boom. But when she said, let's exchange gifts, I felt hype. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, maybe she thinks of me in that way. Maybe I could come around to like saying how I really feel. But nope, all she did was play me. And so I do these shows because I want dudes to be aware, man. I want you to be aware that it just because I was in high school, it don't stop. It like the game don't stop. Whether you in kindergarten or you a grown ass man out here in the real world, if you're not paying attention, if you're not focused on what you really want from a woman, she will manipulate you to get what she wants. You understand? And I don't think it's crazy because I don't think I was the only cat she did that to, bro. Because she had mad fucking. She left school with mad shit, bro. She had another joint that was a bear. She had flowers. She had candy. She had a bunch of shit leaving school, bro. I think she just did that shit just to see how many niggas she could fool. And what was sad is that in that instance, she thought of me. Like I said, even though I know her family, bro. And I've known her since junior high. Like we were mad cool. But I just figured she just thought of me as one of them niggas. Like I wasn't special. I wasn't like, you get what I'm saying? So again, that's what I'm trying to explain to y'all, bro. Like I know the pain, bro. I know the pain of being too much of a pussy to say what you want. This is why I tell you guys, masculine identity membership, man. Embrace who you are as a man and be able to stand on your own 10 toes, man. Shit is serious, right? So another story. Another story. This was a chick I was fucking with, man. This is a chick I lost my virginity to. This was crazy. I lost my virginity to this chick. And then for whatever reason, we just kind of fell out of touch. And then one day I was working in the city and I ran into her and stuff, right? And this is how I knew that chicks act different when Valentine's Day is coming up. So I ran into her. It was like a Tuesday. Then Valentine's Day was on like Thursday, or I think it was on a Thursday. So I ran into her on Tuesday. And then my dumbass, like I said, there was a reason why I stopped talking to her. I don't exactly remember what it is, but there was a reason why I stopped talking to her. But when I saw her around my job, I was like, hey, what's up? You wanna do something for Valentine's Day? Like, I gotta give myself the You know what I'm saying? I had to give her that. I'm giving y'all simp stories today. But I was like, hey, you want to do something? And she was like, yeah, sure. Okay, cool. Took her to eat. I mean, it wasn't no big time steakhouse shit, but we went out to eat, right? And then we went to a movie. Breaking all the rules. I mean, how do y'all think I know the rules? Because I broke all of them and I know them, bro. You know, Hove did that, so hopefully you have to go through that. Miles did that, so hopefully you have to go through that. Now, check this shit out, bro. This is the wildest shit I ever heard in my life. After the movie, we sat, watched the movie. Everything was cool, no problem. After the fucking movie, bro, we're leaving the theater. As soon as we break the exit, she just literally starts going the opposite way. No good night. No thank you for dinner and the movie. Happy Valentine's Day. I got to go catch my train. Nothing. She just started walking away from me just like that. Just like that. And I was like, word? Bro, I was like, I couldn't understand. I'm like, what? Behind the lens? Yes, me too. Especially me. Especially me, bro. Like she literally just started walking away from a nigga as if I don't know. I couldn't, bro. I still can't explain it to you. But again, because we're not here to really worry about what women do. Women gonna do what the fuck they gonna do. It was me who put myself in position, bro. Like I said, I know there's a reason why I stopped talking to the chick, but me, because I was desperate. Valentine's Day was coming up and I felt the pressure to try to have a date for Valentine's Day. I met her. I saw her on that Tuesday, and then I offered her dinner and a movie for Valentine's Day, bro. And then right after the movie, she just started walking away from me like she didn't know me, like she didn't just eat on my dime and watch a movie on my dime, like we wasn't together before. Because this is a chick that I already smashed. Like I told you, I lost my virginity to this chick. You understand what I'm saying? But again, I guess she must have saw me as corny or whatever the fuck it is, but she just started walking away from me like she didn't know me, like just like that. And I was just like, wow. This shit was ridiculous. And you know what it is too, guys. I know guys might be like, oh, that's the reason why you don't celebrate Valentine's Day, because you got done dirty. I mean, I guess you could say it like that. But at the same time, I'm looking at it, like I was saying, like, it's the pressure, bro. It's the pressure. Now, check this out. If you are in a nice, healthy relationship, long term, and everything's cool, and both of y'all agree that Valentine's Day is a day that y'all want to celebrate, and both of y'all are, y'all understand each other, and everything is all good. That's when you should go all out for Valentine's Day. Go all out for somebody that you care about, that you know them, you vetted, you develop consistencies, and things are good. You get what I'm saying? But these situations where you just meet a chick or you just started dating a chick, and all of a sudden she wants you to go all out, she wants you to buy her this, she wants you to do this, she wants you to do that on Valentine's Day. It's not necessary, fellas. It's really not necessary. All right. So let me see what else we got. So the third joint, what was it? The third joint was some other shit where I was actually with somebody, but we was only together for maybe like a year or two, and then I spent the most money I ever spent on a whole date. Like it was a whole setup, right? But here's the caveat. So it was a triple date. It was a triple date because we had like friends, right? It was a group of friends. So it was like 3 couples and we were included, right? And then we had this thing set up where we did a movie, then we had like reservations at a restaurant, and then we went to this like special Valentine's Day thing that had a chocolate bar, right? Most money I ever spent in my life in one evening on any woman. So I felt like I was doing everything correctly. Guess what? It wasn't enough. It was not enough. And when she expressed that it wasn't enough, I couldn't believe it. And she was kind of rude about it. And she said it in front of the other 2 couples. And everybody in the other 2 couples was just looking at me like, Like, oh shit, what is Miles going to do? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I couldn't understand it. So guess what? The reason why that she was upset was because she thought it wasn't supposed to be a triple date. It was supposed to be just us two. And she was upset that I included the festivities with everybody else. You understand? And so again, it was the pressure of the holiday that made her feel like whatever I was doing wasn't good enough. And she didn't want to celebrate with other people. And the fact that there was other people made her feel a way that she felt that she had the right to express herself. And I guess she thought she was embarrassing me or whatever it was. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is, I had her, how much was it? It really doesn't matter how much it was. It was triple digits though. It was a couple $100. It was a few $100. That was the most I ever spent on any type of outing with any female ever. You know what I'm saying? And I thought I was doing the best because this chick, her favorite thing was chocolate. So ending up with the chocolate bar was a I thought that was gonna be the shit. You know. All right, we got a caller, 713. You were on live with Miles. What's going on with you?
Hey, what's up, Miles? This is Monogamous. I donated.
Hey, Monogamous. Yeah, I got your donation, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir, man.
Yes, sir. What's going on with you today?
Oh, yes, sir, man. Yeah, I just want to give some Valentine's Day game, if you don't mind.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Even what you said, Mr. Lucario, Miles, I most 100% agree. I feel like Valentine's shouldn't be something that's forced or their expectation. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, for example, me and my girlfriend, we're celebrating Valentine's Day because we want to, right? But how I look at it is it could be forced in certain situations for other people because that's the expectation for every year, right?
Right.
Next year, okay, this year our money is good, but next year a good Valentine's Day present might just be us paying our bills.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So every year kind of it depends on what the year brings. You see what I'm saying? And what we're willing to do sometimes. Because sometimes we be like, okay, we can skip this holiday season. We will do it next year or whatever the case may be. We always try to look at what's the best thing moving forward. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if the love is there, then it don't necessarily have to be expressed on this day because the love is expressed every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But as what you said, like I agree. As long as if you are a romantic type of nigga and you want to do Valentine's, then cool. So I'm talking for the niggas that want to do it, right?
Right.
Because when I had multiple, of course I celebrated Valentine's with my girl, but even when I was dating multiple women, I celebrated Valentine's Day. But here's how I did it, Miles. I'm just gonna give you some game.
Mm-hmm.
See, when I had multiple women, right? What I would do was when Valentine's Day came around, I would surprise the women that been getting vetted in my program. So you've been a consistent fuck buddy for 6 months or the last year, or we've been talking and you've been cool and and you've been coming on dates, and because how I look at it, like if a girl dates me, everything is an incentive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you come on dates early and you on time and you cooperate and stuff like that, I'm always gonna pay attention to that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So what I used to do was and this is a great way to do something to where the women love it, but you're not really spending a lot of money.
Right.
But it looks like you're spending a lot of money. It's not even look like you're spending a lot of money, but it's all about the thought that counts.
Right. It looks like a thoughtful gesture. Yes.
Yeah, a thoughtful gesture. What I used to do was, and I will only literally spend and I'm covering 4 girls. This will only be like $20, $25.
Right.
What I used to do was, I'm in Houston, right? I used to go to, if you're in Houston, you should know about this place. I used to go to this place called Crave Cupcakes or Sprinkle Cupcakes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I would give each chick 2 cupcakes. And of course, it's going to look live because they're going to put the cupcakes in a little container, and it's Valentine's Day, so they're going to put the little heart on there and right?
Right.
And I used to go and surprise the females, or if they knew I was coming, I was like, oh, I'm coming, I got something for you, whatever, right? But I'm giving them just something, just a little token, like, oh, I appreciate your vibe and your time, right?
Right.
So a cupcake is something to appreciate, but at the same time, that also shows the level that we're on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not doing the most, like I'm taking the bitch out on a steakhouse or whatever, because once again, I got multiple females to cover.
Right.
And then also I'm treating all the women the same.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But then maybe the top girl, maybe she the one that I actually take out on Valentine's, or we might actually do something a little bit more, right?
Exactly.
For all my females, I would just, okay, bet I'm gonna give them some cupcakes this year. or whatever. Women like cupcakes, 2 each. Make sure one is red velvet, one is whatever.
Chocolate.
Give this one, that one, put their names on it.
Right.
That's easy. I only spend $20, $25, right? So if you are going to do that, there are some cheap ways to make everything go where women will still love it. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, Miles, there was no expectation from those women.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I was just doing it because I wanted to. You see what I'm saying? So
I'll tell you something else too to like, so you can understand how a little bit, to get a deeper understanding. You got to understand is the fact that you were doing things the way you were doing things, the fact that these women, you kind of coach them to be consistent with you, right? The fact that you coach them to appreciate whatever the time was that they got to spend with you. And so, because a woman shows appreciation through she shows her appreciation for you by following the program.
Facts.
You understand? So if these women were actually being consistent, it wasn't you just giving them something for Valentine's because you felt pressured to. It was you rewarding them on Valentine's Day.
Right.
And the reason why they appreciated it, the reason why they even appreciated it is because they already appreciate you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The problem, again, that's the only thing I'm trying to get across is that I don't have a problem with Valentine's Day. My thing is, it's when people make stupid decisions based on the pressure of the holiday itself.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
I don't really hate Valentine's Day. I think having a day out of the year to celebrate love and all that shit is cool. But I'm just saying, based on who I am, I celebrate, bro. Pretty much every time I go out with my lady, it's like Valentine's Day, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Valentine's Day. Yes, sir.
So I don't need Valentine's Day. I don't need it, bro, because, bro, it goes down every time. It goes down. You get what I'm saying? So, you know.
Right. No, Miles. And I actually have an example of a girl trying to pressure me to do Valentine's Day, right?
Right.
So this is around like 2015, right? And I was, at the end of the year, my birthday is in December, right? So this girl that I was talking to, right? She surprised me on my birthday. She was like, "Oh, I want to do something for your birthday. What you want?" I was like, "Oh, you can give me a bottle of Henny or something. I don't know. You good?" But she's like, "No, I really want to do something, right?" So she invited me to this hotel, and then she had papados. She was dressed up in lingerie with a trench coat on and all this, and she just did all this wild shit on my birthday. So I was like, "Okay, wow, this girl really likes me, right?"
Right.
Cool. So Valentine's roll around. Mind you, I'm not a teacher yet. I just graduated from college, and a lot of people don't know that graduating after college is not always a smooth ride once you graduate.
Right.
Sometimes you really got to, now you're in the workforce, you got to build up your experience. So I just started working at Walgreens.
Right.
So I haven't even got my first check yet, but Valentine's Day passed by.
Right.
But mind you, and I'm glad you said that, Miles, I used to like to, smoke a little weed and shit back then or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
So even though I didn't have a lot of money, she will always be at my house, and I'm letting her partake in what I have.
Right.
When I really could have been like, "Nah, bitch, this is my shit." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But of course, I didn't have no money. So I'm like, man, I'm not worried about no Valentine's Day. That's not important to me now. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of guy that I look at it like this. If it don't happen this year, if God say the same, there's an opportunity next year. Like it's not the end of the world, right? She took offense to that and was like, "Oh, I did something on your birthday and da-da-da, and you didn't even buy me a pack of gum and all this." And I'm just like, "But every day you always around me, and I'm making sure that you're good around me every day."
Right.
So what are we talking about? So once again, some women, you got to watch that. If women make you feel pressured to do something, that's a red flag.
That's
but
a
the
red
women
flag.
that just appreciate whatever you do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? As long as you're treating them right, respectfully, those are the ones to continue to vet, man. But the last thing I do want to say, Miles, and I just want to say this.
Yeah.
Because I saw yesterday's live stream, and I was laughing with what y'all was saying about the whole Alicia Keys and Ursha. Tell me why. One of my coworkers came to me and was like, "Hey, bro, did you see what Ursha did, bro? Man, how you feel about that, bro?" And I'm just looking at him like, what? So for me, I'm just like, Miles, I'm just being honest. I agree with y'all wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
The world has came so sensitive.
Yeah.
And because the world has put their feelings first, a lot of people can't even maximize opportunities.
Exactly.
Once again, if my girlfriend had an opportunity to go sing with Ursha and make $1 million or $500,000 doing Super Bowl, go out there and do your thing, girl, and come back home with the money.
Facts. Exactly.
And vice versa. If I was the entertainer and I got to hug up on a girl and I'm going to go do my thing.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? I'm going to come back with the money. But once again, man, people is just sensitive, and that's just the world we live in. But hey, real niggas always exceeds. But thank you so much for the opportunity, Miles.
Yes, sir, man. Thanks for calling in, man. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
All right, man. Have a good one. Be safe. Yeah, man. Hey, that shit with Alicia Keys and Usher, man. It's, you know what it is? It's like it's popular to be offended these days. It's super popular to be offended. Like, what the fuck is that about? Why is it so popular to be offended? It's like dudes are going out of their way to be like, yo, man, ain't you look at what Usher did. Ain't you mad at that shit, bro? Come on, man. It's like, it's like Miles, you know what really grinds my gears? When ladies think sex is a V-Day gift and dudes be falling. That's shout out to you. That's a very good point. And that's what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. Like, what the fuck? Imagine you and your girl have sex every like, you know, whenever y'all have it on a regular basis. And then just because it's Valentine's Day, she think giving you pussy is a fucking gift. Like, come on, man. Like, you see, it's stupid shit like this why I just don't fuck with it. I just leave it alone. Excuse me. My number one thing is to continually produce quality in my relationship. So holidays like Valentine's Day mean nothing. You understand? That's my whole goal. My whole goal is that when I tell a woman I don't celebrate Valentine's Day, she at first she's probably kind of disappointed, but at the same time she's like, oh, I can see why he don't fuck with Valentine's Day, because the quality of the dates and the time spent together is top quality shit. So she not even missing Valentine's Day fucking with a dude like me. You get what I'm saying? And I'll say, yeah, there's a skit about that when the dude put the girl in check. Yeah. But yeah, man, if anybody want to call in, I ain't gonna be here forever. I just wanted to get on here and remind you fellas to not feel pressure for Valentine's Day. If you just met somebody a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago, and she's not your girl, y'all just fuck buddies, you don't have to get her nothing for Valentine's Day. Do not feel pressured. Don't let these women manipulate you. If you match with a chick online and she's trying to get you to take her out and all this other stuff, don't fall for it. That's really it, man. That's really it. I'm not against Valentine's Day. I'm against stupidity, right? I'm not against Valentine's Day. I'm against disingenuous behavior. You understand? I think those things are dysfunctional and they can lead to bad situations. So let me see what questions we got up in here. All right, we got I Henner says, when you say identity, do you mean ego? In the East, as far as I know, they are the same thing. When I say identity, I mean embracing who you are as a man. Is not, and your ego is not necessarily your identity. But let me give it a second and go to Google, see if I could define ego. And then we go here and we define just so I could be official, so I could have it right here for y'all. All right. So identity is the fact of being who or what a person or thing is. It says the initiative created an identity between the city and the suburbs. He knows the identity of the bombers. And then ego says is a person's sense of self-esteem and self-importance. Okay, so here's the thing. Ego has, according to the definition, ego has to do with self-esteem, right? Meaning there's like a judgment. There's a judgment on yourself, right? Where identity is literally just who or what you are without any judgment, without any discrimination, without any favoritism, without any bias, meaning that it is the true nature of what and who you are. You understand? So when I say to develop your masculine identity or to even have a masculine identity, what I mean is to embrace who you are naturally from an honest place. Before we get into ego, before we get into value or values that are determined by society and other people and other things, I'm talking about knowing who you are at a basic level, at an honest level. You understand? So identity and ego are not exactly the same thing. Ego has to do with self-esteem. Ego has to do with, how you feel about yourself in reference to other people and how you feel about yourself, based on where you are in life and all this other stuff. Identity is simply who you are, period. Like no extra nothing, no extra judgment, no extra discrimination, no extra value added based on material things and all that other stuff. Identity is just who you are from the inside without anything. You understand? Who you are from an honest place. So, thanks for asking that question. All right. And then we got same person, Henor. He says, what changed in you, Miles, from being that simp to the point that you are now? Well, a big part. See, and those lessons, I don't talk about those situations with any like vitriol or with any like. I appreciated those experiences. I very much appreciated those experiences. And what those experiences taught me was that I need to focus on what I want. I need to focus on what I want from an honest place. So the first experience where, the chick that I liked, expressed that we should exchange Valentine's Day gifts. I learned, and then she didn't give me nothing. What I learned was not to lie to myself and not to put myself in certain positions, and not to be afraid to say what I really wanted to say, because she used the fact that she knew I liked her, and she used that as a way to manipulate me. You understand? Now, she knew I liked it just from the way I behaved and subtle hints that I would put out, but it wasn't because I said what I needed to say. So when I put the subtle hints out, she used that as a way to manipulate me. And that was my own doing. But if I had said to her, yo, I like you and I want you to be my girl, then she would have had to say, I don't really see you like that. I think we should be just friends. And then I would be like, all right, cool, no problem. And then when she came at me and said, yo, we should exchange Valentine's Day gifts, I would have been like, for what? We just friends. You get what I'm saying? So it was me who put myself in that position because I was too afraid to say what I wanted to say. And the reason why I was too afraid to say what I wanted to say was because I wasn't focused on what I actually wanted. I wasn't really focused, right? The second situation, again, I was supposed to focus on what I really wanted. And what I really wanted was just to enjoy my life. But what did I do? I put myself in a position to feel pressure to find a girl to go out with me on Valentine's Day and all this other stuff. And so I went back with an ex. And what do I tell you guys all the time? There's no point in going back with an ex. There is no point in going backwards when it comes to relationships and females, bro. You're better off moving forward. And so I still don't know to this day what happened or why she started to walk away from me. But the bottom line is I put myself in that situation because I wasn't honest. Did I really want to be on a Valentine's Day date? Probably. But was she the right candidate? No. And even if I had met somebody brand new, would she have been the right candidate? No. So the bottom line is I wasn't really focused on what I really wanted. Because if I really wanted a real Valentine's Day date, what I would have done is I would have already had a relationship vetting in the works. Or I would have said to myself, well, this year is Valentine's Day and I don't have nothing going on. So what I need to do is make sure I holler at chicks between now and at least 6 months from now. So I could at least so I could be into something with a female. So by the time Valentine's Day does come around, I'll have a real reason to be on a date. You get what I'm saying? And the third situation, what that taught me was, again, I was doing everything for her. You understand? Almost none of that situation was for me. And so when I realized that she didn't appreciate anything, it felt weird. It felt like, what the fuck is going on? Like I didn't understand what was going on. And the reason why I didn't understand it was because I wasn't focused on me. I wasn't doing what I really wanted to do. And the relationship was fairly new too. So the vetting, at that point, I didn't even know about the vetting process. You understand what I'm saying? So I put myself in a situation and I put myself out there for a woman that wasn't vetted, a woman that she didn't really deserve it at that point because we had just started dating. We were literally just maybe 3-4 months in. You understand? So again, that was me learning. You understand? So what changed? Situations like that, bro. Going through situations like that is what changed me, is what brought me to the intelligence and to the awareness that I have today. You understand? So yeah, that's a good question. All right. So we got Dukalux. He says, I rely too much on my positive sides and not that okay with my dark side, it seems. I was wondering if masculine identity can help me with fixing that. Well, okay. The masculine identity membership could definitely help you with that. And that's mainly because the masculine identity, one of the basic fundamentals in the masculine identity membership is gratitude. You understand? One of the basic fundamentals of the masculine identity membership is gratitude. So guess what? The understanding gratitude is going to show you how to have gratitude for your positive sides and your dark side. And it's going to help you to understand how to use these things to your advantage in a positive way. Because here's the thing about negative and positive. In a lot of ways, negative and positive is irrelevant when you're focused on your goals. You understand what I'm saying? See, negative and positive are just two sides of the same coin. It's just a judgment. And sometimes they could even be interchangeable, right? There's left and there's right. There's up and there's down. There's happy, there's sad. There's love and there's hate. You understand? Or there's fear and there's love, right? So the thing is that when you are focused on your goal, it really doesn't it really doesn't matter if it's your positive side or your dark side. You ask yourself, what is going to help me get closer to my goal? You understand? So it really doesn't matter. You can take from your positive side and you can take from your dark side. But whatever it is you take from either side, if it doesn't help you to move closer to your goal, then it really doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? So when you're grateful and you understand and embrace who you are as a man, you understand your masculine identity, you're gonna realize that you are a complicated person and you may have a positive and a dark side. But the thing is that what you're going to focus on is you're going to focus on who you are and who you're trying to become. So therefore, it's not really about having a judgment call on your different attributes. You're really just going to ask yourself, what do I need to do to get closer to my goal? That's all you really need to do. And once you know the answer to that question, then that's going to be where you're going to put your focus. So instead of sitting there worrying about, oh man, sometimes I'm not okay with my dark side. You're not going to worry about that type of shit because you're going to be too busy focused on your goals. You're going to be too busy being grateful and appreciative for your own life, for your identity, for who you are as a person. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, the masculine identity membership will help you. All right. And then last question, we got Warrior. He says, why people hate you when you are a solid motherfucker and can't be controlled and manipulated? Because most people need they need to try to control others because they're not in control of themselves. They need to try to manipulate others because they can't control and they can't bring themselves to do what they really need to do. Most people are not solid. Most people are not operating on 100%. Most people are operating on a deficit. And so they feel the need to be disingenuous. They feel the need to lie. They feel the need to manipulate. They feel the need to try to manipulate and control others from a disingenuous place because there are things missing from their life and they're looking for somebody to fill it in. So most people are operating at, maybe 40%, 50%. And so they try to control people because, and here's the thing too, because they're operating from a well below average mindset, they never believe that anyone can do anything for them because they want to. I'm gonna say that again. Because they're operating from a below average mindset, and with that below average mindset, they have a low opinion of themselves. They have a negative opinion of themselves. So they never believe that someone can actually just do something for them because they ask them to, right? So because they think, oh, well, nobody's ever going to do something nice for me or nobody's ever going to help me with this thing, right? And that's because of their negative self-belief, right? So in order to get people to do stuff for them, they feel they have to try to control and manipulate, right? So it all starts with their ego and their low self-esteem. Remember, we spoke earlier about the fact that ego has to do with self-esteem and having a certain judgment on your own character. You get what I'm saying? So that's the reason why. That's the reason why a lot of people try to control and manipulate. Now you have other people who they love themselves, and if they need help, then they'll try to get help. But people who love themselves, like people kind of like me, I'll ask for help, or I'll try to figure it out on my own, bro. You understand? I'll try to figure it out on my own. And the crazy part is, the more I learn about myself is the more I'm operating beyond 100%. So therefore, I'm able to give to others. I'm able to be of value to others. So when I'm operating above 100%, I don't need to ask anybody for shit, and I don't need to control them or manipulate anyone. If I'm asking somebody to do something, then they can just do it if they want to. And if they do it, then it's a blessing. And if they don't do it, then it's okay. I'm going to keep on living, and I'm going to keep on doing what I need to do to figure it out for myself if I can't find anybody to help me. And I won't be mad at anybody for not being able to help me and all that other shit, because again, I'm too focused on the positivity of my own life and making it to my goal to even have any resentment for anybody else. I see a lot of questions coming in. I'm surprised nobody wants to call in. All right. 304 Slayer says, how do you get over people's negative energy when they mean mugging you or looking at you strange when you walk into a room? Why do you and this dude, BIG, y'all be asking the same question all the time, guys? How would you know? How are you so aware of all this negative energy if it didn't start inside you? You need to check your own energy, 304 Slayer. You need to check your own energy. You need to check how you see the world. If you really think that everybody got all this negative energy and they mean mugging you, you really need to check your own energy, or you need to check where you hang out. Why the fuck you hanging out in places where so many motherfuckers got all this negative energy and they mean mugging you? What's up with you? You need to ask yourself that question. What is up with you? What are you doing? Why would I ever be in places where people gonna be mean mugging me all the fucking time? Nigga, you need to find someplace else to hang out. You need to change your mindset. Ain't nobody mean mugging you, bro. And if they are, then don't go to those places, bro. What the fuck are you doing? Like, these things are weird to me, bro. Like, I have so much. Again, it took me a while to get here, so everybody's moving at their own pace. 304, maybe you might get there one day. But bro, if so many people got all this negative energy towards you and all of them are mean mugging, you need to check your own energy, and you need to ask yourself, how do I find myself around all these negative people and all these mean mugging people? I need to change my environment. Or if you don't need to, or here's the thing, wherever you go, there you are. So it really starts with your mindset. It really starts with your mindset. But the thing you need to understand about your mindset is that when you upgrade your mindset, chances are you're going to start hanging out in places that are more conducive to who you are as a man. And I can almost guarantee that when you start hanging out at places that when you upgrade your environments to match your mindset, I highly doubt there'll be a bunch of people in there mean mugging you, bro. You see what I'm saying? But again, it starts with your mindset. It really does. It starts with your mindset, because in my world, everybody's smiling at me. Everybody wants me. Everybody thinks I'm the coolest motherfucker. And even if they don't think that, that's what I believe. You feel me? But that's what my mindset gets me to do. We got Steve O Baby says, I think the reason why people say shit to you because they say it to make themselves feel better. When you ignore it, they get angry, but it's because you're not reacting to it. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's it. And that's a statement, not a question. June Sports says, will a F buddy get relationship ideas if you go in her back door? I don't know. It depends on the fuck buddy, bro. It really depends. All right. King Camel says, dated recently. It was good. At the end, we kissed a few times and it felt like nothing, like kissing my hand. I was shocked. What do you think? The body know that the mind doesn't? Well, the body knows if there's any chemistry. You know, the body knows if there's any chemistry, man. You know, I keep telling y'all, attraction is not, you can't force attraction. You cannot force attraction. Attraction is either there or it's not. So you got to have a little bit more respect for attraction. A lot of times we try to force attraction, just like how we try to force ourselves to do things for Valentine's Day, and it ends up bad. All right. But anyway, guys, that's about it, man. Make sure you guys get the soap. Get the soap. Don't forget about the soap. Don't you ever forget about the soap. Hit that QR code in there. All right. Hit that QR code. Let me see if I got the yeah, send y'all put a link for y'all. Y'all could get this link if y'all want to get if y'all want to get the seminars, if y'all want to get the soap right there. milesinthegame.gumroad.com. Y'all go over there and get that shit, man. But yeah, man, let me see. Yeah, go to milesinthegame.gumroad, get your soap, get your the shea butter's coming back. The shea butter's coming back. The jars just came in today, so I'm gonna put everything. I think I'm gonna go on sale Friday, but I'll let y'all know though. Stay on the lookout, man. I appreciate y'all. But anyway, guys, have a great day. Be good to yourself, and remember, the truth is inside you. Peace, 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 peace. Oh, I gotta play the thing. Hold on.